the hell? What the hell is this? What the hell? What the hell is this? I'm okay with one, but not so much the other. What in the hell is this?
Hello, everybody. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, night, evening. Yeah, we get the rest of the gist. Anyway, sorry for the rude intro, but today is the day of Magic the Gathering's ban list update for Commander, and I'm not gonna lie, like many other players, we were panicked as shite.
Wow! What the fuck kind of rocket shot is that, you retard? Shut up, you little private piece of shit. Stop what the fuck kind of shot is that? You shot me into the fucking middle of the air like a fucking retard. You suck, bitch. You suck.
I'm also not gonna lie, I was listening to a lot of Boy Throb at that time. And I would love to state real quick, stream Boy Throb, listen to their single finger. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Moving on. Thankfully, though, as today, when I take a look at the document as much as anybody else, only 2 cards at the moment have been unbanned at the moment. Lutri, which I am perfectly fine. I do like that Otter, and I think Otter Tribal would be perfect, especially for the Bloomborough set that came out a while ago to then help with the Izzet colors. And then Biorhythm. Alright, I shouldn't say hate, that's a strong word, but still. Anyway, I just want to go over their reasoning, talk about it, and then we'll see whatever the heck happens afterwards. Granted, I am going to also admit I am upset that Jeweled Lotus is not unbanned. Also, Hole Breacher. What the hell? But anyway. Biorhythm. Biorhythm has the potential to be a powerful card. It can end the game on the spot for a player with no creatures, and you can set up the board states where you can take out all 3 opponents or more in a single go. We talked about this card a lot last year and ultimately decided to leave it on the ban list for the first go round. Correct. Its potential strength and the disproportionate, sorry, my cat meowed, I got distracted, impact to the player to your right was something we noted and decided to hold off on. While we respect those concerns about ending the game and sitting to the Biorhythm players' right as a big disadvantage, we have now successfully unbanned several expensive spells that radically warped or end the game. Worldfire, and the days before the Commander format panel, Sway of the Stars, and Coalition Victory, which granted, still not a big fan of the last one unless you're working for it. Correctly, not cheating, you jackass. All of those have ultimately turned out just fine. While Biorhythm is stronger, easier to set up, and yes, can make the game unsatisfyingly end, it takes enough setup and has enough counterplay that it's far from an auto. Alright, I'll just sum it up for you. Basically, easy board wipe with Worldfire, Sway of the Stars, Coalition Victory, which granted, all I could say simply to the last one, Coalition Victory, is if you're not working for it freaking correctly, you're a freaking lazy jerk trying to speed up the damn process of the game to being competitive when it's casual. Moving on past said that, though, the only thing I can certainly say for Biorhythm is that I can't think of anything to go against it. I kept trying to think of what debative format I could give, and the thing that I hate most is that no matter what I think of, it's still justified. I mean, for crying out loud, don't get me wrong, though, I still think it should have been staying as banned, because obviously, board wipe, Biorhythm, oh, well, the game's no longer fun, because it's unsatisfying and whatnot, but granted, you're bound to get those people who do gripe. But it also does suck with how many board wipes that cost about 3 or 4, and it works so damn well with it. I just hate the fact that it's unbanned, and I just don't want to die to somebody who wipes my damn board and then hits me with a gosh dang Biorhythm. It's so stupid. Lutri, the spellcaster's banning has always been a quirk. That person was in the room discussing how Lutri would need to be banned in Commander immediately, and now we have to talk to the Commander Rules Committee at the time to get that sorted out. Basically, long story short, as I did read the rest of this, they said that basically this is perfectly good as a commander, but banned as a companion, which then sets up a new thing that they did, which was banning a companion. And they also stated that they're not thinking about doing that anytime soon, or adding much more to it, but in all honesty, you know what, I'm perfectly fine with this as a commander. This as a companion, obviously a no. And if we have to remind anybody that, yeah, no, I'm definitely reminding whoever's using that as a companion saying, you gotta swap it, boy. I know sorry, cat hair. I know I was being a bit fast on that one, but needless to say, I really don't see any problem with Lutri. I mean, granted, I don't remember if I stated my opinion about them being unbanned, but in all honesty, banned as a companion is perfectly fine to my means. I think she's not really too terrible for just a commander in general, and even if anything, she could cheese out spells and whatnot. I mean, it's Izzet. What do you expect? I never seen an Izzet player say, I'm going Voltron. I only seen one Izzet player do tokens, which was still needing spells, so take what you will. Now, you might be wondering, Top, this seems a bit odd. You only discussed 2 cards, and granted, in the span of so-and-so minutes. What gives? This seems a bit too fast and too abrupt for a video like this. Well, I'm going to give you the best answer there is, because they also put down in the article about 3 cards that they were thinking about unbanning, and they said, oh, well, you know what, we're not going to do that, but go ahead and give us your thoughts, and I gladly damn well will. The first card up that they thought about unbanning, but then said hell no, which granted, I'm not going to deny them any roast to this one, Sundering Titan. Seriously, this thing is a good, easy blink piece. Why did you think at first we could do this? Granted, I am just more happy, if anything, that they at least took back Sundering Titan and said, yeah, you know what, that's not really a great idea. We really should not do that. Oh, thank you, Jim. Thank you for your very big input. I don't think anybody there is named Jim. Point being, thank you for your input, and thank you all for coming together to at least say, yeah, you know what, we're not doing that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, forgive me if I mispronounce her name, but this one I actually have to grab about. Iona, Shield of Emeria. However you say that one. They were actually, I kid you the feck not, it states it right on there, very close to being unbanned, and was right on the cusp. Ultimately, we decided it would be great to get feedback from you all first. Okay, no offense, but when you already share beforehand that the first problem is that effectively easily shuts down a player out of the game, it totally stops monocolor players from playing Magic, and maybe even 2-colored decks, often with a large proportion of their hand and their commander renderably uncastable by Iona. Why the feck did you think that was a good idea? Look, I'm not here to diss y'all over at Wizards or whoever the new team is for these bans, but I have to be completely and utterly honest. I have seen Gordon Ramsay call idiots chefs the most impeccable names for their choices and decisions of the things they did. I literally have to call you out and call you guys idiots, morons. What were you thinking? You thought to yourselves this would be a good commander staple? There would be any person with mono white in their color regimen to easily, and I do not give a damn in this world if she costs 9, a single gosh dang card to simply say no. Okay, and you know how awkward it's going to be to simply sit there with somebody who's playing that dang deck, or at least has that angel in their deck, and have to sit down looking at somebody who's playing mono blue and they say, I choose blue because the majority of the table's playing blue, except me because I'm playing white and black. No offense, as much as I do love you all at Wizards, and I do love this team, I'm not going to sugarcoat it when I call you guys idiots, because what in the hell are you thinking? I'm sorry, but oh my gosh, I don't mean to insult you. I'm sorry. I'm fired up with rage as soon as I read those words. We were thinking about unbanning her. I hope you get this and understand the mistake you almost made by almost unbanning her. Do not, and I repeat, do not ever do that again. Use your brains properly and think about it, because if you know for a fact your first 2 reasons were it stops monocolored players and also 2-colored players who have a very large proportion of that said color in their deck and possibly their commander, why in the hell did you think it was a good idea? That basically screws over anybody. And yes, I know, some people would say, well, she's a late game piece. It costs 6 generic mana and 3 white. You know how easy it is for some people to just do the most bing bang boppity shite just to simply state, okay, turn 5, I have 8 mana, and I will play this plains, and now I will cast Iona. Go feck yourself. Don't you dare do that to me. The last one that they shared so far that was going to be a possible unban was Grizzlebrand. Although I'm not really going to say much. As I'm reading from their notes, they said if the other 2 are on the safe side, Grizzlebrand was certainly not. Granted, I am possibly misreading it, and maybe, just maybe, they said they actually weren't going to ever unban it, and maybe I was too angry in my last speech to remember that, and I do apologize. But other than that, Grizzlebrand, you know what, I'm actually glad as I'm now rereading this that, they chose not to unban it, especially with the freaking whole, pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. I mean, that's an easy win con abuse right there, especially if anybody is just definitely going to make sure that they use about, I don't know, a good, let's say 35 of their life just to see what the hell happens after that. I don't know. I'm just saying, what the hell? Why would... I mean, it's not why, it's obvious. There are too many people, especially with these 3 cards that have just been listed about possible unbans, mostly just being along the lines of, hey, you know what? There's some tough players out there that probably want this. Hey, you know what? I remember Magic being a bit more of a casual format of a game. What the fuck is this? Anyway, thank you for not unbanning Grizzlebrand, and also thank you for just kind of sharing, yeah, you know what? This is way too powerful. Right on your thing. Apparently, some people thought on the no bans category, some people thought that Thassa's Oracle or Rhystic Study was going to be banned. For Thassa's Oracle, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen that more in competitive Magic, and it states it in their article as well. I don't really have a problem with that one. If anything, I don't really care as well. I see no qualm with this. Granted, it is a powerful blue piece, but again, you have to do like a whole bippity-boppity boop type of stuff to just kind of go like, I win the game for mono blue. And since I am a mono green player, I repeat my classic famous phrase, I don't think they're good. Rhystic Study was the next one. I'm not gonna lie, if y'all just keep complaining about Rhystic Study, you definitely are, baby. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Look, people have to remind you to pay the 1, okay? It's called a upkeep trigger. It's what you're supposed to do in the game because, like me, I keep forgetting about shite. And when somebody has a Rhystic Study, I'm not annoyed about hearing the words, do you pay the 1, even if I'm in a losing streak. I care about knowing what things happen on upkeeps because I'm a very forgetful person and I would like to memorize what things I should pay attention to in the game. Also, by the way, somebody draws a card. Oh no, yeah, I get it. The blue player gets to do that. Seriously, just... get over yourself, okay? Unless somebody's like doing a bunch of stupid crap to do like major copies of that enchantment, then yes, we can worry about that. But guess what? No blue players doing that. And if by chance there is one, then they're doing stupid blue shenanigans that's not surprising to anybody. I don't really still get their reasoning about the whole Jeweled Lotus thing, though. I mean, they said basically it's the same as our last answer about basically just being too powerful, but in all reality, Jeweled Lotus is really just more of an iconic piece of, hey, somebody has it, or hey, I have this expensive card because I paid for it, I'm going to use it in my deck because why the hell would I not? It's not really as overpowered. I mean, sure, 3 of 1 mana to cast your commander, yeah, that's something, but it's only something when it comes to A, how easy it is for you to cheese out your monocolored commander, or B, just to help at least get your big commander out into the field. At least those are all the gripes that I can give throughout the article. And now I'm just going to make a quick note about those who keep saying, we should ban Soul Ring. Look, I understand Soul Ring is a very powerful mana rock as it is 1 for 2 colorless generic mana. It is a very good mana piece, mana rock, whatever, especially for the colorless format, or at least anything that will help on your cheap, easy spell list. But the only thing I can certainly say is that I just do not see that being a problem, especially when it is an artifact. It is easy to destroy, easy to exile, easy to counter, let alone if anything, you could just meme your friend and eat the card right in front of... Don't actually eat the card right in front of them. But long story short, all I'm trying to say is Soul Ring is really not a bannable card, especially when it's now a pre-con staple and a commander staple. If it were to ever be banned, obviously there's going to be a huge ass uproar because... holy shit, ain't nobody in the Magic community gonna be letting that down. Even people in Vintage, Pauper, Standard, or even gosh dang Brawl are gonna be making jokes and memes about that until Commander either A, gives it back, or B, we get an update on that. But either way, needless to say, it's not that freaking powerful. Get off your damn high horses, people. Especially to those in the freaking content ring that do agree, going like, Soul Ring should be banned. Oh, I'm sorry. All I'm hearing is excuse. Anyway, besides all that, though, soaring should stay, and I think I at least had shared enough of my 2 cents. Granted, of course, these are just random-ass hot takes. Maybe I was being a bit too much. I will apologize if I was. Of course, granted, I'm not going to lie. When Biorhythm got unbanned, I got a bit upset. And then when I read a bit more about Iona, I got very upset, and I think it was within good reason as to sharing why I was very upset. Of course, granted, I shouldn't have called the team stupid or moronic. I do apologize to the team. But if you dare try to do that again, I am going to call you that. Sorry. But I think this was a good video so far. Other than that, though, I thank you, Smoothskins, for sticking around here in my 2 cents. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it is that you're going through, especially if you're from the Magic team. Sorry again. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And I will catch you, Smoothskins, on the flip side. Have yourselves a good one now, folks.